Imam, you have the floor, please, if you can offer some prayers.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ربنا إننا آمنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وقنا عذاب النار الصابرين والصادقين والقانتين والمنفقين والمستغفرين بالإسخار شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا ملائكته قائما بالقسط لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Amen. Shukran, Imam Jallow. Thank you very much. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God of mercy, of grace, and of compassion, and of love, we continue to bring the whole human race before your throne of grace. We ask that you look kindly upon all, and may your healing power that is in mightily to heal the world of this coronavirus that is so much a problem for most parts of the world. We ask that the virus will live a short life, and so that life will return to normal and people will begin to do their business in a usual way. As we continue our TRRC sitting, we continue to ask that you uphold each and every one of us, uphold this nation as one, and then be with those who will come to testify. And Lord, there's so much reform that we need in this land, that you will grant that by your Holy Ghost power, the wind of change will blow throughout all sector in this nation, so that positive change will take place in every institution, so that life will begin to be fruitful and begin to satisfy the needs of the people of this land. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much indeed, Bishop Odiko. Council, I believe we are continuing with our focus on the theme covering the prison services. If we are ready with this morning's witness, please proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, and members of the audience. Indeed, we're proceeding with our hearings on the prison service, and the next witness would be led by Hajida Nenjai Jabi. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning to everyone in the hall. Mr. Osher, may you bring the witness in, please?
at the interpretation booth, are you ready with a Mandinka interpreter? I could see Musa there. Thank you very much, Chair.
I, Jombo Jallow,
I, Jombo Jallow,
do swear
that
I'll speak the truth,
I'll speak the truth,
the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Good morning, Mr. Witness, and welcome to the TRRC. You have opted to speak in the Mandinka language for today, so you would need to wait for a bit and listen to my questions. I'll be speaking in English, and the interpreter will interpret in Mandinka. You will give your answer, so you'll just have to be patient and wait for the interpretation before you answer. Should I ask you any question that you're not clear with? You will have the opportunity to ask me to repeat the said question so that you understand before you answer. For today, Mr. Witness, we shall go through some issues. And the issues will be: you will tell us about your educational background. You will tell us about your work experience. You will also tell this commission about the tenure at the prison service and the different positions you have held over the years. You will also tell the commission about the procedure that is used for admitting prisoners. And in particular at Mile 2 Central Prisons. We would like you to tell us about the capacity of the cells. And this will be related to the different wings in Mile 2. Being the security wing, the remand wing, the main yard, and the female wing.
Bring security walam tankada bunda nying ila bunda ba nyina main yard and katamuso la karola aning bunda ba me yalon kole be kasola je main yard.
We would also like you to tell us about the activities of the NIA officers and the junglers.
Mbelafila fanang yemelong NIA aning jonglas la manyalu to kamenke kasola.
In particular to the fact that they used to bring persons for detention.
Sako ikamulu menu fangulu nati je puru ye muta kaso kono je.
At the prisons without any warrant of admittal.
Adung nibe ulu nati la ining kaiti bukana ikaulu muta le droye haramadi nging na kungo nati.
We will discuss about your knowledge on maltreatment and torture and abuse of prisoners.
Me nyinin kala fanang kaso lankolu menu be kono to je ike tajire ya nyamin aning kukurum façon lu menu ka kela je.
In particular by prison officers.
Adung kasola dokula lo prison officer ka menke kasola nkolla.
We will discuss the condition and standard of the food that is served to prisoners.
Mbe kachala fanam baluo domoro menka di kasola nkolla abenyadi le aning mundomori façon nulem.
We shall talk about the incident of the dead cow.
Mbe kachala hanufo ninsi jifaringo me ya nati kasoko no je ofanang yemen sababu.
That was brought into the prison, cooked and served to prisoners.
Yemen nati ya tabi kasola je kadi kasola nkolla.
We shall discuss the daily treatment and procedure of handling prisoners. We shall discuss the medical procedure that is used for prisoners. We shall discuss the death of prisoners at Mile 2 prisons.
Between kasola nkolu men ya lonko ikafa kasola woluka kagnyameng mbe ofana jibelale.
And how the bodies are handled.
Ani nimmem fata fana afureo ikake nyadile.
Finally, we shall talk about your detention
Botala inata itefengo memuta ke sindi dulakiling
at the remand wing
hanifo ye samba remand bunda naje
of the Mile 2 Central Prison
Mile 2 kasola je
for 22 days.
hanifo ye tilmuan nimfulaki je.
That is the issues that we shall discuss.
Mbe kachala ukuole la bi.
When we finish on those, I will hand you over to the chairman.
Ning al kachata obela fae bandi bitong abetela kosa undi la kadi chairman la commission la chairman.
For any questions that the chairman or the commissioners may have for you.
Puru ning chairman fango yinin kari soto wala commissioner dolu yinin kari soto ese yinin ka.
After that point, you shall be given the opportunity
Ni obe botala ibe silo dile ite fango fanana
to make any comments or recommendations you may have.
ita fana ya mari wo ya mari soto ilafta ko kundi chala nyumbundae ita fana sio kachake.
If we are clear and you're ready to proceed, we may start.
Nin ko nyin koitema ya fahamu bitung ipareta nsa damu tangata.
I'm ready.
Can you state your names for this commission?
Isi to be fono nyin commission ebang.
Ntomu Jombo Jallow.
My name is Jombo Jallow.
Mr. Jallow, do you have any other names that you're known by?
Fodung to dolu bijele bang ike kumandi menna.
Ninte tomu Jombo leti.
My name is Jombo.
Just as a point of clarification, so you are not known as a nickname called Jimbo.
Wala mnyinti purka nyin sene andi katu Jimbo fota janne ani Jombo fodung bari ibukete kumandi Jimbo la mobe yelon Jombo dronela.
Ante tomu Jombo leti. Jimbo bijele bari nte tomu Jombo leti.
My name is Jombo. There is a Jimbo there.
Ofango tomu Lamin Sow leti.
His actual name is Lamin Sow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Witness. For clarification, it was important to establish that his name is actually Jombo and not Jimbo, known as Lamin Sow.
Inumbara bake sedo abetata bake nyin dinkira e senea ko ito mu Jomboleti bare amanke Jimboti me yalon ko ato famu Lamin Sowleti.
Please, can you tell this commission about your educational background?
Saying afanyin commission e ila karang adatata nyameng adatata mintole fo kata ya karang bandameng.
Nganna karango kuma Sifo Primary School.
I started my education at Sifo Primary School.
1977.
1977.
1982. Tata Gunjur Secondary School.
In 1982, I went to Gunjur Secondary School.
In Tata Gunjur Secondary School.
When I went to Gunjur Secondary School,
Form 1, kenga Form 2, kenga Form 3, kenga Form 4.
I did Forms 1, 2, 3, and 4.
After being Jita Auto,
After I completed,
Nata joined prisons.
I joined the prison services.
Mr. Jallow, so you stopped at Form 4 and then you dropped out,
Yes.
and then you actually joined the service.
Munta utumole mbri form 4 bang ye daha karangola idunta prison do kola utumole.
Yes.
Can you tell us when you joined the service?
Afanyeng sanjumale idunta do kola.
Joined the prisons 1990 on the 2nd January.
I joined the prison service in 1990 on the 2nd of February.
January.
Can you tell us the procedure that was followed for you to actually join the prison service?
Afanyeng munne kake puru imsi mari tano do kola pur kadum kasola do kola.
Selection ole announced no.
A selection was announced.
So Ntata J.
I went there.
So yen select.
I was selected.
Exams ke.
I took an examination.
I cannot pass.
By God's grace, I passed.
Inata a BFT will beke.
And then we had a BFT.
Fingerprinting CRO.
We had our fingerprinting, CRO.
And the medical exams will beke.
We also took our medical examination.
Briwo Banta.
After all of that,
training start.
We started our training.
Nying selection aketa 1999 lakono.
But this selection took place
1989, sorry.
This selection took place in 1989.
So bring out procedural beke fonga bang.
After we completed all of that procedure,
then inata dedi mo la nyanta report la lungomin.
Then we were given a date on which to report.
Reporter on the 2nd January.
We reported on the 2nd January. That was the day our heads were shaved. And we began the training.
Trained for 7 good months.
We trained for 7 months. After which we were posted. And we took our practicals. They took us to various places. And showed us this place, showed us the various places.
Because at
the time we were not familiar with the place, so they had to show us.
Because ibuka mo samba ya samba dulato do imanje itandala andung luntangole mo dulato.
You don't take somebody to a place and not show the person the place, especially when they are strangers.
Mr. Jallow, if I may just take you back a bit.
Mr.
Can you tell the Commission how long your training was for?
Na karango nga sanji nga kari woro wula lekala.
We took 7 months to train.
And in those 7 months, you qualified to now be a prison officer.
Yes.
So can you now tell this commission where you were first posted when you qualified to be an officer?
At the completion of our practicals, and after visiting all the various places, then we had our passing out. After the passing out, which was on a Saturday, the following Monday,
then Saturday passing out then Sunday, Monday, Mbe reporter.
Passing out was on Saturday, and on Monday, all of us reported.
Yental transfer Joshua prisons.
We were transferred to the Joshua prisons.
I served Sanji Konontoleke Joshua.
I was there for 9 years.
Mr. Jallow, so your first posting was at Joshua prisons?
Yes.
Can you tell us what your responsibilities were?
The time I was there,
I was the most junior officer.
I was the most junior officer.
Katara Gate Lodge.
I used to be at the Gate Lodge.
Katara Class 1 Kachabo Muta.
I used to be at Class 1, in charge of the keys.
Katara Back Gate.
I used to be at the Back Gate.
Kata outside parties come farfar lolteng.
I used to go to outside parties like clearing.
Kabalayas fanansamba fitar lal.
I used to also take the sweepers. So that was the way I rotated.
Mr. Jallow, so you're telling this commission that your responsibilities was that you were in charge of prisoners?
Yes.
At that time, what type of prisoners were brought to the Joshua prisons?
Joshua prison camp,
the Joshuan prison is a camp.
The
people they brought there are the ones whose sentences are not short.
Because they open camp
because that used to be an open camp.
Among fence.
It wasn't fenced. The irons were the ones there.
Airport runway.
The airport runways.
So wole sansang kaso bela no.
That was what they used to fence the prison.
Wala tina wato ibuka mol sambaje min la kaso siyata.
That was why, at that time, they never took anybody there who was serving a long sentence.
Mr. Jallow, was it also serving as the juvenile wing then?
Ako tembo dum fo dindindingulu menu ke sorong juvenile fo kanal ko fanal nati jele wutumo bang.
No wato juvenile man soto je.
At that time, the juvenile wing was not there.
So wato jebe nyameng min ya lon ko la kasol man siya bake ika wolle nati je jebe anibe lorin silo kan ika kaso tonkol jele.
At that time, the way the place was, because it was open, the only people they took there were those that were serving short sentences.
So how long did you stay in Joswang prisons for?
Ye wati jelle ke Joswang kasola je do kola.
Adoko ke je sanji kononto.
I worked there for 9 years.
Can you tell the commission after the 9 years where you were moved to in the service?
Sayanga ko commission e biriela sanji kononto banje ye samba min tole.
Ringana sanji kononto banje inatan transfer mile 2.
After the completion of the 9 years, I was transferred to mile 2.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell this commission what was your rank and role at mile 2?
Fanyin commission e mile 2 bire sawndi je o tembo mu rank le bebulu andum woto fanan ebe mun do kule la mile 2.
Be sawna mile 2 wato mina atra kopulo le mundi.
By the time I was transferred to mile 2, I was a corporal.
And this was in the year?
O musanju maltinu.
A kopulo soto 1997.
I became a corporal in 1997.
Continue to tell us the roles you played in mile 2.
Time brita mile 2 ila do ko e mun dila nyantal mun do ku fason nakalaje.
Birin ndata mile 2.
When I got to mile 2,
be yadole kononu.
I was inside the yard.
Keta 2ICT.
I was a 2IC.
Sergeant Olomuna officer in charge.
A sergeant was my officer in charge.
Delamala 2ICT.
And I was his 2IC. I also have my subordinates.
For almost Sanji killing.
I was there for almost a year.
1999.
In 1999,
in Samba Janjambure.
They took me to Janjambure.
Ndata Janjambure.
I was in Janjambure.
Bedoku walaje.
Working there.
Kata Farokono.
I used to go to the rice fields.
Nim prisinal.
With the prisoners.
Ni kata kunkoto.
I go to the farms with them.
Katara duties la do bije konoto.
I used to perform some duties also inside.
Lala demaro kantata je sanji fulakari lulu.
By God's grace, I was there for 2 years, 5 months.
Muruntanang.
I returned.
Nata mile 2.
I came to mile 2.
Sorry, mbe Janjambure 2 years, 5 months ngawale sotoje.
Sorry, I was in Janjambure for 2 years, 5 months.
Nata Sajino sotoje.
Then I was promoted to the rank of a sergeant.
Anna Sajino soto Janjambure.
I was a sergeant in Janjambure.
Nata Muruna mile 2.
Then I returned to mile 2.
Murunta mile 2.
When I returned to mile 2,
I
was working inside the yard.
As officer in charge.
As the officer in charge.
A 2IC soto.
I had 2 ICs.
A third in command soto.
I had a third in command.
A shift ole man.
I manned a shift. I was their superior. And we used to swap one another.
Shift all morning bijele, ika morning kele, ika afternoon ke, ika night ke.
The shifts were morning, afternoon, and night. And we used to change guard like that.
This week near morning ke.
This week, if you worked in the morning.
Next week ibita afternoon.
Next week you'll work in the afternoon.
After week ibita night, ni bota night eta afternoon.
The next week you'll go to night. After that you go to afternoon. So that was how we worked at that time. I was there. I was working. Then I was removed and taken back to Janjambure.
That was 2006.
That was in 2006.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. So it is correct to say that you have worked in every prison service in this jurisdiction?
Yes.
It is also correct to say that up to date you are still a prison officer?
Yes.
Can you tell this commission that in this 30 years, because from the way you have narrated, you have worked for the service for 30 years, is that correct?
Yes.
So that, just to point it out, must mean that you know the prison service very well.
I'm conscious of many things. I know many things.
Thank you for answering my question. So in that 30 years, had you ever been posted anywhere else outside of the prison service?
Yes, I was once taken to a place.
Can you tell the commission about it?
Mile 2 Yensamba Serekunda station.
I was once taken from Mile 2 and transferred to the Serekunda station.
Landing Bojang Koto.
Under landing Bojang.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. When you say Serekunda station, can you explain better so we understand?
Niko Serekunda station mune façon station mo fanyem pour nga faham.
Serekunda police station.
Serekunda police station.
Yensamba Landing Bojang Koto.
They took me and I worked on the Landing Bojang.
Tax force.
At the tax force.
Combined force lem.
It was a combined force.
Prisons BJ.
They were prison officers.
Fire service BJ.
They were fire service officers.
You have immigration.
They were immigration officers.
You have PIU.
They were PIU officers.
You have drug squad.
They were drug squad officers.
You have CIDs.
They were CIDs. All of these combined together, and all of them were on the Landing Bojang.
As Commissioner of Operations.
As the Commissioner of Operations.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell us what was the purpose of this task force that was set up?
Mr. Jallow, afonyen yo molu menu be kafunyo makabu fanala ila doko famu muneti ngotumo.
Ila doko warta numbak.
Their role was wide.
Because task force mu force leti numia lonko woleka patrol.
The task force was the force that conducted patrols.
Because wato Serekunda kono crime rate sul siata back.
Because at that time the crime rate in Serekunda was very high.
Because Serekunda wato jeni jesa mo yemo baramalem yemo so murolalem yemo la bitiko telem, crime was too much.
Serekunda, at that time, you constantly hear that someone has been injured, someone has been stabbed, a shop has been broken into. The crime rate was high.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. If we may go back a bit, I think my question was, what was the purpose for the setting up of the task force?
Ko haya hakitu abemruni la ko marwandi ay nyina nyinin kanun ko wo task force wala mu kafo me yali kafu nyoma wonya wolu nyanta mun doku façon nekela.
This
is what I am telling you like this. One time we were called by our commanders to report to the Serekunda police station. Because the senior police officers had a discussion. And realizing that the crime rate was high in Serekunda, and if they did not allow officers to go on patrols, the amount of destruction within Serekunda was going to be very severe. Because Serekunda has a high population.
And you have various nationalities.
Many people reside within Serekunda, and some we are not employed, and they were only involved in criminality.
Police crime rates and will to protect life and properties.
That was what the senior police officers observed and realized, and because their duty is to protect life and property, that was why they took us there.
Because first day 2 days
because the first 2 days that I went there, I was scared. Because I see people who are bleeding, and you would hear that someone has been stabbed and brought to the station. And when the person is brought to the station, a statement is taken from the person.
Then from there,
and then from there, they will take the individual to the hospital.
Because
if the individual starts first at the hospital, they will not treat the person. They must first go to the police and obtain a police report.
So
and after they take down that report, then they will take you to the hospital. The time I saw that myself, I nearly got discouraged. Because I was not used to seeing that kind of bleeding on someone. But I saw to it that it was my work and I couldn't refuse it. And so I endeavored and remained there. When I newly came there, some of the junior officers I found there, I worked with them. They used to show me places. Because I did not know the place, I was a stranger. I also eventually got to be acquainted with the place. After my commander realized that I am now very versed with the terrain,
he made me as a ground commander of task force.
He made me the ground commander of the task force. And so all the junior officers were under me. When we come in the night, and we are to go for a patrol, we used to fall in.
Boys will brief.
We brief the boys. Sometimes the officers that will converge would go up to 90 officers or more.
Police
all the senior police officers used to be there. And they used to address us. Because at that time, the amount of destruction within Serekunda was very high.
Mr. Jallow? Sorry that I had to just stop you there a little bit. Are you trying to tell the Commission that the role of the task force was to help limit and prevent the crime rate that was in Serekunda?
Munta iba fala ko task force nyin ila do ko munyineti ko pour wo kruya ko ni tinyaro men ka Serekunda atelle la do ko mun pour ka no masata ka lodula kala anin ka kruya ko lu jindi fatro sifa.
Yes.
And because of that, they found it necessary to take officers from different sections of law enforcement.
Andungo dalilo le asabu ya jako nyanta molu tombon nale kabo kanto nin tankada bunda façon lu bela kali kafu nyoma.
Yes.
Can you tell this commission if the task force worked?
Afanyin commission e sayin wo task force birali benta jale do ko damuta fo wo dalilo alnata wo jiko ma fale aliyo do ko kenole hanu fo aketa nyama bang.
Yes.
Can you tell us how it worked?
Afanyen ado ko nata atamata nyadile aliyo dimbado be nyadile.
Nata start ka funti kata patrol la.
Then we started going out on patrol.
Nka patrol nka bandiol muta.
We used to patrol and arrest bandits.
Because ndefango mingi na group nka nyotalale.
Myself, my group, we used to divide ourselves. Some take a pickup.
PIU fananka backup dintol.
And we were given a backup by the PIU.
Group PIU officer
And in every group, there were PIU officers. Some were in the vehicles.
Foot patrol.
Some were on foot patrol. And that was usually the way we patrolled until they broke. Anyone that we arrest, we took them to the station. I personally, I arrested many thieves. I arrested thieves that stole sheep. They slaughtered them at the Joshua Cemetery. They put them on a taxi. And they were taking them to the Serekunda market.
That was around 3-4
That was around 3 or 4.
Taxi ninje.
I saw the taxi. I followed the taxi. We followed it until we got into the market. It parked. The boys spread around. And we attacked them and apprehended them. After we apprehended them, then we asked them, where have you gotten this sheep from? And then we asked them, and then they told us that they took them from the Joshua Cemetery. Now they took the sheep. We took the sheep to the station, and we showed them to our senior officers. And then they announced that anyone who has lost his or her sheep should come. But these sheep were later sold out because they did not know who the owner was. And if they were left there, they will get spoiled. So they charged those individuals and they took them to court. And they imprisoned them. I witnessed that. There were others who were thieves. They used to be in Dipakunda. They were up to 11 individuals. One of them was on a wheelchair. There was a particular house in Dipakunda. I think they say it belonged to the Alcalo. That was where they based. That also, myself and my team, we went to attack them. When they caused any mayhem, after they moved from that, that's the place they used to lie down and spend their time.
So through information,
so through the information we got, we came to realize that that was the place they used to base. They used to be there until when it's late, around 2 a.m. Around 2 a.m. That was the time they will get up and then go on their destructive moves. We came to apprehend them and took them to the Serekunda station. That was the very day that they were charged. And they were taken to court. And all of them eventually got imprisoned. We were the ones that personally escorted them to board them on the vehicle. We took them to the Mile 2 prisons.
6 months.
All of them were imprisoned 6 months. For 6 months.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Tax force be wale nyamanu.
Mr. Jallow.
That was the way the task force was.
So you're telling this commission that the task force was effective in the fact that it reduced the crime rate and most criminals were caught.
Task force yela do ko ke anyamale hanu fo kuruya talata katu mo kurun jamal le muta.
Be wale nyama.
Yes, that was the way it was.
Thank you. Mr. Jallow, I'd also like you to tell the Commission, having served 30 years in the prison service, what do you understand about the prison service? What is the role of a prison service?
Mr. Jallow, why say yes, Sanji Tansabake do kola kasokono. Saying itala fahamu romu muneti kaso fango, adalilo mumuneti kaso aka kwolu tamandi nyadila kamoke nyadile.
Kaso dalilo muminti ka prisina ka reform
The purpose of the prison is to reform the prisoner.
Rehabilitate.
To rehabilitate.
Repatriate.
To repatriate. This is to say that to give them good behavior. You handle them with care. And when they leave prison, they will become useful in society.
Prison officer three principle.
This is the principle of the prison officer.
Can you also tell us what sort of conditions would be expected of a functional prison?
Afanyam fana woto kasokono atamandinya wo fanan anyanta tarla nyadi le mensa kendi hanifo moye fali.
Kasokono sartol ni nyantol lebije.
Within the prisons, there are rules and there are rights.
Those
rules and rights, those are the ones that you operate on. When a prisoner comes into the prison,
first
of all, you have to counsel the individual and try to make them calm down and put it to them that whatever God wills, there is nothing anyone can do about it. You also put it to them that being there does not necessarily mean that that is the end of everything in their life. And you calm them down so that they are free. After you have done that to them, if at all, for example, the person is skilled, you put them through that field that they are qualified in so that they do not lose that ability. If the person is not skilled and wants to learn a skill, you assist the person so that the skill that he or she wants to learn, if that skill, that provision was there, as it is expected, you take the individual to that particular place so that he or she can learn that skill, so that when they go out eventually, that person will benefit him or herself, benefit his or her family. All of those are within the rights.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallow.
Mr. Jallow.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're also aware that there is a Prison Act that governs the rules and procedures of the prisons.
Yes.
And having served 30 years in the service, I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with the Act.
And what wairi yesanji tansabake odukola woto wolua amunta ya fahamule.
Yes, I understand it.
Mr. Jallow, then can you tell this commission, according to the Prisons Act, what is the procedure for admitting prisoners or persons in Mile 2? Any other prison in the Gambia?
Wairi bota wo lua kalama. Woto afonye niye monati ibadundi kan kaso kono Mile 2 wala kaso wo kaso be nyimbanko kan. Inyan munimun le nyanta kala ni badundi kan kaso kono.
Kaso kono de nibe monati la.
When an individual is being brought to the prisons,
convict prisoner,
whether it's a convicted prisoner,
or remand prisoner,
or a remand prisoner,
or a detained prisoner,
or a detained prisoner, these were the categories that came to the prisons.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. I am asking you, as per the Act that governs the prison services that you're very familiar with, what is the procedure in it for admitting persons or prisoners in the prisons?
Amunda kamanyine nkawala mnyindiko luwa e munefo niye monati ba dundi kan kaso kono nimune nyanta kala purka o mari dundi kaso kono.
Procedure lebije.
There are procedures. When someone has been brought to the prisons, the person has to come along with a warrant. After the court case against the individual, if the person is convicted, that person has to be escorted by the police officers. And it is that warrant which will indicate that this individual is a prisoner. You will look at the warrant. If the warrant is correct, and it has no problem, then you should admit the prisoner.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. So just to clarify that point, when you say if the warrant is correct, you're meaning that it should have the right name of the person who is being brought to the prison.
Yes.
And that even in the fact that where the name is not correct with the person before you, the officer in charge has to ensure that it is corrected.
Officer Mayalon Kola Jedu Kola, Wanyanta Seneandele Kakata, Amari to Senue Safe Kaitobala.
Before the person is admitted in the prisons.
Janiba Mari Dundila Kasokono.
Yes.
And this is what the Prison Act says.
Andu Kasola Lua Fong Fanayolefo.
Yes.
Thank you for that clarification. You may now continue and tell us when the person is to be placed on remand.
Afanyan sai natra monata be mensambala rimano fanan na kulu nyanta kala nyadile.
Ye monati police ole monati o anybody minu ya lonko court dinkiral le mi monati ya sambana remind.
If the police brought someone from the court to remand,
be waranto jubelale,
you will look at the warrant.
Atobi jele.
The person's name is on it.
Waranto nyin correctale.
The warrant is correct.
Then iba receive lale.
Then you receive the individual.
Ya search officer nyim fangonyala.
You search the individual in the presence of the officer.
Ya book alla diary to.
You book the person in the diary.
Ya receipt book o bondi.
And you bring out the receipt book.
Police o mi ya nati.
The escorting police officer.
Ya to safe.
You write down his or her name.
Ite mimba receive la.
You that is receiving the prisoner. You will write your name and draw the receipt and give it to the police officer. And you keep the duplicate. Because you are the one that received the prisoner. So your name that you will write on the receipt. You'll also write down the name of the prisoner that has been brought. And you serve the receipt to the police officer. Then you cancel the prisoner there.
From there, you hand over officer in charge. And
then from there, you hand the prisoner to the officer in charge responsible for that particular shift. And then they will allocate a cell for the individual. This is the procedure of admitting a remand prisoner.
But at that time, the particular individual is not referred to as a prisoner. Is that correct?
If at all is a remand prisoner, and it is that warrant that brought that individual there, and you have no other thing to do except to receive the individual, then the person is a remand prisoner.
Then
the person is on the remand. Because the individual's name is on the book, is in the book. And the receipt has been served to the police officer, and they've taken away, and the prisoner, the police officer had gone, returned back. If you allow the individual to go home, any day that the police come to collect that individual, you that had received that individual, you would be the one to produce him or her. Or wherever that person had gone to, you will have to tell them. That is what shows that the individual is a remand prisoner. Now the person is on the remand.
Then you add roll over.
Then you add the individual's name on the roll.
20 lem.
If it is 20,
then you 21 soto.
now you have 21.
Remand prisoner ka admit 10.
This is the procedure of admitting a remand prisoner. This was the way we were taught.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallow.
Mr. Jallow.
So you have clarified to this commission that there are only two types of persons to be admitted in the prisons, according to the Act. And these two persons are either those who are convicted or those who are to be remanded.
Aning ye mennati follow prior tara remand for janala kube parida nyumo flolem.
Yes.
Mr. Jallow, during the periods of 1994 to January 2017, can you tell this commission if those procedures were strictly adhered to?
About 1994, Mr. Jallow, kana 2017, wolua ayo sartolu menu yitandi fodum. Alikatama nung wole lota nung alikatama nung drone labang.
Ankatama nung wala.
Yes, we operated on those.
Were there any other type of persons admitted in prisons?
For silang wolu kola fo ika modo fason dolu fanal natile ika menu dundi nan kasola kesi ndije.
Pardon?
Yes.
Can you tell this commission about it, please?
Remind prisoners soto nyameng.
The way that we have remand prisoners,
convict prisoners soto.
We have convict prisoners.
Detained prisoner fanan soto wala nyama.
We also have detained prisoners the same way.
Detained prisoner.
A detained prisoner.
Wokana through executive order.
Used to come through an executive order.
Ya mari muta.
The individual is arrested. There is no warrant. Nothing is done on him, and he is brought just like that to the prison. And they tell you, keep this individual here. That used to happen then.
Can you tell this commission where the executive orders came from?
Niko executive order. Wakabo mintole.
Executive order akabo office of the president.
Executive order comes from the office of the president.
Or office of the NIA.
Or the office of the NIA.
Or order lekananu.
Those were the orders that came. They used to bring them. And they will tell you, keep these individuals. But when they bring them to us, what do we do? We have a receipt book. They came with no document. They just bring them just like that. And they will tell you, keep these individuals here. We are genius, we are just ordinary workers. And we work on orders. Service is based on orders. When you are given an order which you refuse to obey,
it's a chargeable offense.
That is a chargeable offense, and you surely will be charged.
Disobedience to lawful order given to you by your superior.
And they will tell you disobedience to lawful order given to you by a superior.
So
that was the reason why they were brought in that way. When they bring them, but even before they bring them, it used to be that our seniors who are within the system,
the
Director General
of prisons
would have been aware. All the commissioners that are there, they will be aware. The section that the individual is to be brought to, a commander would be there.
So
when they are coming there, most of the time they used to come there. So when they are brought, what do we do? We bring out our receipt book. We book down the prisoner's name. The individual who escorted the prisoner. We also write the individual's name. And we put it inside our book. We issue a receipt and give to that person. And that person will go with his receipt. And then we keep the prisoner. That was how we operated.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're trying to tell this commission that you could not disobey an executive order.
Amunta Mr. Jallow benyine fokan commission enko. New executive order nata kundronka kamo. Alubuka hanyi ososola.
Yes.
Because you were being given directives by your DG then.
Amunta saying Allah doku bunda nyatonko wole kamodi alla prali tamaola.
Yes.
And the fact that if you did disobey, you yourself as an officer might face some charges.
Amunta wole mnyinti itememu officer nyinti doku wala je. Ni balanta utamandila woto isi itafmari fango kulunole.
Niye wosoto je alatentu.
If you have that disciplinary basis against you, you will even thank God.
So that was the reason why most officers just obeyed the instructions that was given to them.
Amunda wala mnyinti ko dokula jama kaso nyinna ye kumaka ngulumenu foye ikason wala doron katamandi wonya.
Yes.
During most of this period that we're talking about, can you tell us who the DG of the prisons was then?
Mbeo watu memfokanteng afonye jumale mu DG tunun kasola wutumo.
Wato David Colley lebije.
At that time, David Colley was in charge.
David Charles Colley.
David Charles Colley.
Can you also tell us who was the Commissioner of Operations during this period we're talking about?
Otembo fanang afonye jumale mu commissioner ti memmarta do kolu tamando la je ikafame Commissioner of Operations.
Commissioner siata jele minuketa operations ti.
There were many commissioners who were under operations.
Because momo na la wato lem.
Because each one had their own specific time.
Mo kilimo te tarla no je sanji mo nimfula.
No one individual can be there for 22 years.
Commissioner Jamal le tarta je.
There were many commissioners there.
Na late commissioner Usenu aketa operation tile.
Our late commissioner Usenu was operations.
Commissioner Fall keta operation tile.
Commissioner Fall was operations.
Commissioner Ali Cisse keta operation tile.
Commissioner Ali Cisse was operations.
Commissioner Lamin Sow Jimbo aketa operation tile.
Commissioner Lamin Sow Jimbo was operations.
So ñu bemu operation commanders leti.
So all of these were operation commanders.
Mr. Jallow, the time that it was rampant, that most of the people that were being brought in were being detained without any warrant or committal order, who was the commissioner?
Mr. Jallow, wato menyi momuto be siaring eka molu nati la waje wonya evening kaiti bukana wotembo benta jumal la commissioner yafi.
Je commissioner konga min foten wrong.
Just
commissioner bi jele minu yalon ko ibenta afele.
Just as I said earlier,
commissioner Fall benta afele, commissioner Usenu benta afele, commissioner Jimbo benta afele.
Just as I said, there are
bemu moleti minu yalon ko ila mararo kono ika mol natile. So ita fulano ko nyinne tasiyata nyindi.
There were many commissioners during whose time these things happened. People like Commissioner Fall, Jumbo, and the others. So you cannot say categorically who it was during whose tenure these things were rampant.
Because Commissioner Jamal
Because there were many commissioners.
So, but you'll be la time kono ye mol natile.
But during the tenure of all of these commissioners, people were brought in.
Yung fail cool minu bekake.
All of these field coups that took place.
Olbe ikamol nati jele.
All of that, people were brought in.
So, abe wala nyama.
That is the way it was.
Thank you very much.
Lumbara.
We've also received evidence in this commission that certain persons who were to be admitted in the remand wing
Na nying fanan sotole ko kamodolu natile men yalon ko nyanda tala remand
who were waiting for their trials
menu bela kito lu batukang
and were not convicted
andu ime soron folo katu ime kitindi folo hanfo luaya fo ko yesoronne
would be sent directly to the security wing when they're brought in.
Bari ni yol dolu natije kawlu samba direct ke tentendi kata security wing.
Can you tell this commission why that is?
Afanyim komo songo munan na wo kake modolu laje.
Minka wasabu.
The reason for that,
dinkira ay nyaton ko sotole.
in any place there is always a leader. And these heads were in charge of things. When someone is brought from the outside, and the person is brought to the remand, it is left to the authorities. They will direct that the person is taken to the security wing. Sometimes,
the deed or the crime that person committed is always the reason for taking that person to the security wing.
But anyone that is a remand prisoner, and you are brought in as a remand, you should be at the remand. But everyone in your own home, you would know how to handle your own people. Some people come in there, some are very aggressive.
So it will sambala no remind.
So you cannot take those type of people to remand.
Remind mu public place let.
Remand is a public place. There are many people there. That place is crowded.
So ni ko be modol be moto kela je.
So if you want to take some particular people to that place,
you
will create a problem. That's why if some people just arrive there, they look at his nature and take him to the security wing.
But if the person goes to the security wing, anything that is the individual's right is accorded him or her. When your visitor comes, you'll be brought out. You go and see your visitor.
Mr. Jallow, but we have received evidence before this commission that when the remand prisoners are placed in the security wing, they lose the privileges that they would have enjoyed if they were at the remand wing. One of the privileges is that they are not allowed cooked food from home. If that is correct, can you shed more light on it for this commission, please?
That is true. At that time, the people that went there, they never have that kind of thing. They never allowed their food to come in. They used to eat prison food. That is true. At some point, that was very rampant.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're telling this commission that they were already being treated as if they were convicted when they were still awaiting trial to prove whether they were guilty or innocent.
Mr. Jallow, amunta umo fasongulu ibe mutakanne ko ye nyin kitindile foka pare ka sorong andu wayatara ala kito bang follow andung ima soron follow bari ba mutakanne be kolu ke kan ala ko mo soron dingolem foka pare.
Yes.
And this practice was being done against the rules and principles in the Prisons Act.
Amunta kasola lua ikawo ku fasongulu menu tamandi wonya anin kasola lua manta.
Yes.
And once again, can you tell us who the DG was at this time at the prisons?
Sain wotembo ila londo to jumale mu DG tunu wotumo.
Ato David Colley Lebije.
At that time, David Colley was there.
Okay, so if we may move to another topic, can you tell us about the conditions of the cells at the prisons?
Sain ngaboto ngasaun karadola. Selo lumenu be kaso kono je kamolu dundi damenuto o selo lu taranya be nyaadile.
If we may start off with the security wing.
Nsa follow security wing la fanna la follow tanka bunda la karola.
Tonya security wing yalong nyindo ko be nyamen division of labor lem.
Truly, when it comes to the security wing, in fact, the way this work is a division of labor. You can be at mile 2
at security wing
when you are not at security wing. You are inside the yard.
Security wing jele.
You will know that there were many people at the security wing.
Because munekatina ibe ibalo na ko jele.
And the reason why you would know this is because there's a shift responsible for that place. There's a shift in the yard. And there is a shift at remand.
The officer in charge of the main yard.
The officer in charge of the main yard
is the overall boss.
Is the overall boss. He used to
sign all the documents concerning each place.
Because now taking over for pareta handing over confinement la rolo abanyin kalale.
After the taking over and the handing over, he will demand for the role of the confinement.
Officer in charge mimbeje obe rolo nyindila la bafala ko ngani nangam le take over B.
And the officer in charge will present the role to him and tell him, this is the number of prisoners that I took charge of today. The one also at the remand wing
officer in charge take over.
Would also show to the officer that this is the number of individuals that I took over today.
In a gate lodge.
If you come to the gate lodge,
distribution box
there's a distribution board.
Security wing la rolo.
The role of the security wing.
Female wing.
The female wing.
Main yard.
The main yard.
Remand wing.
The remand wing.
Ni hospital sotota.
If there's a role for the hospital.
Ni outside sotota.
If there is one for outside. All of them are written on that board.
So what officer in charge mimbe yard kono.
So that officer in charge who in the yard would sign the book.
Chief officer in charge.
That is the chief officer in charge. And all of these individuals are under that person.
Because the main yard
is the biggest of the whole place. But you can be at work. And you would be within mile 2.
Security wing.
But you would not be at the security wing.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell this commission, have you personally ever been to the security wing before?
Security wing follow.
Yes, I once went there.
Thank you. And from that time that you had been there, can you tell us what is the condition of the security wing cells?
Ite menjije yemelong wo selo lumen be security wing wo latara nyaabe nyaadile
selo kono confinement be nyaamen no mold overseata no njebak.
The way the confinement was at the time, there was overcrowding.
Mo siata back.
There were many people.
Different people all lebije.
There were different people.
Because jele maximum security.
Because that was the maximum security.
O je mo siata auto back.
There were many people there.
Is it also correct to say that you are telling this commission that the fact that it was overcrowded is because there was a mixture of persons placed in that wing? Being those who were brought there rightly by a court order or committal?
Walem nyinti modol nati je wol botanan kiti bundale la inin kaitolu nata koy sorontale.
Being those who were to be placed in the remand wing but instead brought to the security wing?
Dolu bije wol nyanta tala remand bari ke tentendi doron ke samba security wing.
And of the most serious nature, those who were detained without any sort of documentation.
Menu dunta sangarata wole me ka menu nati la wonya inin kaiti manna ka fo menni muta molu ike sindije.
Yes,
yes, that is true.
And can you tell us the particular way those who were brought in without any documentation were treated at the security wing?
Saying afonye ikaw mo mutaf molu fasongulu nati nyameng meni alon koy bu ka kayti nati ke nati la wala nyama ikaw lu ke nyaadi le o security wing kono. ila kolu ke topotoje nyaadi le kamune kela
o security win mbeje wato minna.
At the time I was at the security wing,
Nga wati dantan sotoje.
I spent quite some time there.
Before mbita Makati.
Before I went to Makati.
Bari mbeje wato minna.
But at the time that I was there,
detainees nati jele.
Detainees were brought there.
Detainees minu nati jente benta minu feje.
The detainees that came, that found me there.
Jumo Saho.
Jumo Saho.
Lalo
Jaite.
Umar
Dabo.
Mo Jamal Minialon Conte Beto Folano because I metale.
And many other people whose names I cannot recall because it's been a long time. All of them suffered there.
Can you tell us how they suffered? Because because in your statement, you have mentioned that they did not have rest periods. Can you explain that to the commission?
Yes. Yes. I said that to them.
Because
because those detainees, they used to keep them there and they had no rest. They had no visits. If you allowed them to have visits, or if you brought them outside for a considerable period, if you are found there, you too will be locked up in the same place. Or you will be dismissed. Within us and them, we were junior officers. We used to spend the night there with them. We used to spend the whole day with them there. We used to go there in the morning with them. They also knew that as junior officers, if you are told that these particular people are sealed, and you say that you are going to take them out of the seal, you will have a problem. If they get sick, we used to complain to show to them that so-and-so person says that he or she is not well. If we are told to take the person to the clinic, we find someone who will escort that person to the clinic. If you take that person like that outside without reporting first, if you are caught doing that, you will have a problem.
So you have to report first.
So you have to report first.
Yeah,
and you'll be told to take the person or not to take that person. That was the way we operated then.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're trying to tell this commission that the detainees were shut out from the outside world in totality.
Mr. Jallow, commission ko wo muta molu wolu amunta ye nim bantalan talandile fereng niol mang femfen soto nyobala.
Because ibuka soto. So nima soto wato, that means ye nila mol coding di nyolale.
Yes, because they never got it. And if they did not get it, it means they could not see each other with their people.
And that they were locked in a cell for more than 22 hours a day.
Amunda ke sorong selo kono mensiata montoro wati muang animfulati tilokono.
Yes.
And they were only allowed to come out to actually clean their chamber pots and get another bottle of 1 liter water.
Amunda ke bulal men kan wolem yenela bantalotaram poto lu seneyandi anin ka jiosoto ibe mendundile famfe kasokon.
Because what oni fano keta somanda ni selo bunda yele.
Yes, because at that time when day breaks and you open the doors to their cells, because even before that, at that time the ceiling used to be hot.
The sun has already risen up.
At that time the sun is a little bit hot.
Then isine bondi.
You remove them.
Because what do we benta sumuya kono?
Sometimes if it is during the cold season,
mile 2 ka sumuya bakele.
Mile 2 used to be very cold.
Because moisture mimbe bankoto.
Because the moisture on the ground
used to
come up.
monitoring.
And the place is usually dumpy. And then you know that there's a lot of cold.
So
and if that time comes around, we allow them until the sun is a little bit hot. If at all the person's chamber pot is full, the person can call you and ask you to assist them to empty it. If not, we allow them until the sun rises up and gets hot a little bit. We empty them. We open the cells and they will go and empty their chamber pots. They will clean it. They will also go and take a bath. They will draw their waters in their bottles. Sometimes when they come, they will ask you to allow them to sweep their cells. You will allow them to sweep their cells. And then they return back into the cell. Because they are under seal. That was the way it was.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell us if any of these detainees were at any time tortured or maltreated?
Mr. Jallow, fanying, wo muta molu. Fo, wati kasutule ineneka menu muta ke tajirea je wala kakuru ya kulu kela.
Ditenisol je ntela time ala yente de maje de ntela taroje ala nata makoy je mamme je o nyama bake.
The detainees,
few months less je.
At the time that I was there, by the grace of God, I did not spend a long time there.
Because ntebe yado le kononung.
Because I was in the yard before.
Because lafta num fango yenyin ka yado la bake nu.
I wanted you, in fact, to ask him more about the yard. I replaced someone there.
So
that was where I was a little bit. But the time that I was there, I cannot say that there were no beatings. But during my time, those that came there first, those that found me while I was still there, I cannot say, I'm not saying that they were not beaten. But they weren't beaten in our presence. But all they came to collect them and took them there. For instance, if they took them to the NIA, whatever they did there, I wasn't aware.
Mr. Jallow, sorry, I would like to take you back a little bit.
Mr. Jallow,
and I would love you to answer my questions. My question is, were you aware of any tortures or maltreatment of the detainees that were at Mile 2 Security Wing?
Menube Security Wing Mile 2. Itela wotaro kono je. Fo ibota nyin kalamale wo wuche kono ibeda menje. Fo ibota tajire ya kalamale bangwala kukurungu kake wo molu la menbe muto kono je.
I am not asking you if you physically saw it.
Mafo fo ite fango ma beta wala aketenya la ya sedea bari foisi wakalam.
I am asking you to tell this commission, from your observation, from your 30 years of experience in the service, have you been aware that the detainees were at any point tortured or maltreated?
Wala mnyinti ila sanji tansa badoku okono kaso doku la karola fo isi bwa kalama mafo isi ya sedea de bari fo isi bwa kalama ko wo molu menube wo security wing muta molu fo in ye tajire ya wala kukurungulu kelaje fo isi bwa kalama.
It is now that we are understanding one another.
Mile 2, minketa Mile 2.
What happened at Mile 2, whether it happened in your presence or not in your presence, the beatings that happened there were too much. Because people were beaten there very well. They were taken away to the NIA. They used to come and collect them, these juntas. They will take them away.
Very seriously.
They used to beat them up very, very seriously.
Because
I saw one example. My junior,
yado kono.
He was under me in the yard.
Inata samba security wing.
And then they moved him to the security wing.
Ye prisoner ta my security wing.
They collected a prisoner from security wing.
Ya samba.
And took the prisoner away.
Ya lipale very seriously.
They beat up the prisoner very seriously.
Ya murundinang.
They returned back the prisoner.
Biria murundinang.
When they returned the prisoner,
officer
the officer saw the prisoner.
Akate ni receive la.
And the officer said that he was not going to receive that particular prisoner.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell us the name of the prisoner, well, the detainee that you're referring to?
Ibenyi muta mo memma membute teng ato fonye.
Wale mul lantombon tambati.
That was Lang Tombong Tamba.
Lantombon tamba ya pick jele.
Lang Tombong Tamba was picked up there.
Ya samba.
And taken away.
Ya samba damento exactly manjelong.
Wherever he was taken to exactly, I cannot tell.
Mr. Jallow?
Mr. Jallow?
Can you tell us who picked him up?
Afanye jumale nata kamaje.
NIA nata kamaje.
It was the NIA that came to pick him up.
Ya samba.
They took him away.
Ya lipa very seriously.
They beat him very seriously.
Ya sendinang.
They brought him back.
Si na one officer bijenum PO ikafa PO Ibrahim Sise.
One of our officers called PO Ibrahim Sise.
Ngafonyo ele keng.
We used to call each other Keng.
Wole be duties lanu wolung.
He was on duty on that particular day.
Ya pick a bulu.
They picked him up from him.
NIA pick a bulu ya samba.
The NIAs picked him up from him and took him away.
Biri la kurata balaje.
When they were done with him,
ya murundinang.
They brought him back.
Sise ala condition o jube.
Sise looked at his condition.
Because aje minna.
Because the way he saw him,
biring akata,
when he was going,
atata nyameng,
the way he went out,
amanna wo nyama,
was not the same way he returned.
Because another wato minna.
Because the time he returned,
abalo belam furinne.
He was weak.
Ni fango ya jebal na ko ya butele.
If you looked at him, you would know that he was beaten.
Wow, nyabuka dunoke.
Because the eye does not carry the load.
But
whatever it can carry, it knows. So when Cisse saw that, he knew that this guy was beaten.
Because
Because he could not stand. Cisse said he would not receive him. He said either they took him to the hospital
treatment so
that he gets treatment,
a medical paper
and he gets a medical paper,
medical paper
and that he should come with that medical paper,
so medical paper receive,
so that they will receive that medical paper,
what's a color evidence,
so that would become his evidence.
Because
because God forbid, God forbid, if these guys left and something happens to Lantombong subsequently, and if he loses his life, it will be said that he died inside the prison. They would not say that he died at the NIA. They would say prisons. And prisons will have a bad reputation. But after Cisse refused, that became a disaster for Cisse. Cisse was charged. They detained him. And then he was dismissed. He left work. He was dismissed like that, and he lost his work. As a family man,
he find it very tough.
He found it very tough. He suffered a lot. God helped him. And he joined the drug squad. And God blessed him there. And that is where he is currently at. After that incident happened there, nobody dared say anything again. That was the way things were.
Thank you. Who charged Cisse?
Jumale Cisse kalame me ya charge.
And can you tell us where he was detained and for how long?
Andong afanyem bria kalame wonya. ya sindi mintole aning ay wati jelle kije
Sise wato minna ay nyin kumofo.
At the time that he made this statement,
Itata report di David Kolilella.
a report was given to David Colley,
But me report di ala ma wolonde.
but I don't know who gave the report to him.
But kasi Sise detained confinement je.
But Cisse was detained at the confinement.
From there inata samba David ya.
From there, they took him to David,
David nata bay.
and David dismissed him,
So atanya keta wala nyama.
and that was how he left.
But in ntalo nano mintata a report.
But I wouldn't be able to know who went and reported him.
Because ila muto je.
Because his arrest,
Amam meje.
he was not, his detention was not for long.
Because wato molbe je.
Because at that time, there were people,
Ibukalo mimu minti.
you don't even know who was who.
Ike hakilole tuje.
You are always careful.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow. So in answer to that question, you're telling us that it was the then DG, David Colley, that ordered for his arrest and detention, and later on dismissed.
amunta inumbara Mr. Jallow karo tembo kumo lata tenyame we nyina itandi ko kango puruka muta aning kango puruka asindi dinkira kilingoto aning labang abaila do kola mosafo ila DG memu David Colley asababu keta wolti
Atelem Director General.
Yes, he was the Director General.
Atele marata mobela.
He was responsible for everyone.
Alay marari fem jamale diala.
God gave him control of many things.
Because alale tambin din tolbe nyato.
Because it is God that put him as our head.
Ute kela no mile 2 kono.
Nothing could happen within mile 2,
Mi amam min kalamuta.
which he wasn't aware of.
Andu nyinte baila no.
And it is not, it's never going to be possible
Ama kalamuta.
that he wasn't aware.
Woto ni sise baita.
Therefore, if Cisse is dismissed,
Atele ya bay.
he was the one that dismissed him.
Ateleka dismiss okay.
He was the one that made dismissals.
Ateleka mo promote.
He promotes people,
Ateleka mo demote.
he demotes people.
Na lafte transfer la be transfer la.
If he wants to transfer you, he will transfer you.
Na lafte baila be baila le.
If he wants to dismiss you, he will dismiss you.
Alafte kela nyaawo nyama be kela wala nyama.
And whatever manner he wants to do, whatever he wants to do to you, he will do.
Mote hanyela ka femfo.
Nobody dared say anything.
So si c'est la problemo atele yake.
So Cisse's problem, he was the cause.
Ndesa foko David Colley yake.
I can say that David Colley did it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallow. Mr. Chair, I think this is a good point to take a break, and we'll continue after the break with the witness.
Indeed, thank you very much, Council. We will take a 30-minute break and come back 10 minutes past midday. Meeting's adjourned.